Hey guys, Nathan Brandon Masters. I am back. I took a bit of a break and I've been extremely busy around here. And a few weeks ago, Apple did an update and my microphone is working again. So I'm doing things back on the computer. This is Mr. Meat. It's made by the same people who made Evil Nun. And it's another one of these horror games. We're going to try to find this girl, Amelia Clark. She's 28 years old, and we're going to get that reward. She accepted an internship job at Mr. Meat Company a couple of weeks ago, and nobody's heard from her since. So I've actually been playing this a little bit for the past couple of days, and it's actually a lot of fun. If you guys like Granny or, of course, Evil Nun and games like that, you'll enjoy this. I like these games because you can do these games and kind of, you can play them, and once you get the hang of them, you can play them in like about 20, 30 minutes, typically less than an hour for a game like this. And I just kind of do it and relax and have a lot of fun with this. So basically what you have to do is there's a guy, obviously named Mr. Meat. He works, that's him right there. And he obviously he makes meat products. He's apparently obsessed with meat products in a murderous way. And he kidnaps people and, he turns them into meat. And there's also another story with this where he literally turns them into pigs. He has some kind of experiment that he's doing that turns people into pigs. And then I haven't played that part yet, but I have played this. Now what I was going to do originally, I was going to do this video and do the short version, which is going to be maybe about 15-20 minutes, where I just get in, I get all the things, and I free the girl. But I said, you know what, let's just go ahead and do the longer version, the cinematic, the version with the cinematic ending and everything. And we're going to go ahead and get him arrested, which is actually the hard thing. So you'll see. Now, what I tend to do here is go around the house, and I like to get rid of the gun. Once I first shoot let me start by saying the quick and easy way to do this. This has, it has ads in it. I actually bought it, but you can press for an ad and it will give you extra ammo if you want it. That's the quick way to do it. And or you could get into the shed and shoot him and just go through the house, collect everything, and then shoot him again and go through the house and collect everything. So that's the easy way of doing it. But if you actually want to have fun with the game, you don't do it the quick way. You do it like this. So obviously you have to blast out that window to get into the house. But I like to try to circumvent the stuff. He comes, there's certain things you find out that he does. So he'll come down the stairs and he'll go up the stairs. You can make noise just like Granny, just like Evil Nun, and distract him. I do a lot of stuff like this. In fact, this is one of the first things I try to do. Find this green key. It's either going to be on the refrigerator, on the side of the refrigerator, or it's going to be downstairs in the basement. So find that green key and open that door. And the reason you want to do that is because you have 3 days, but you actually have 4. So if he catches you and you wake up, that's going to be considered your first day. You're going to wake up inside of one of those burns out there. You're going to wake up in there, and once you get out, he has a murderous pig, okay? So you have to get away from the pig. The pig is actually worse than Mr. Meat because, as you can see here, Mr. Meat comes at you in a horror villain, at a horror villain's pace, as you can see right here. You're actually moving much quicker than Mr. Meat. If you play in the hard mode, he moves at the same rate you do, and it's actually a thing because stuff like these little things that I do to kind of get away from him, he's on you like that in the hard mode. In this, you're moving much faster than him. The pig, on the other hand, that thing just comes at you. It moves. It's like boom. It's up on you like that. You hear it, and by the time you turn around and see it, it's there. And then, of course, once it gets you, you go back into the the barn. So you have to get rid of that. Now, you need three things. You're going to need a hammer, you're going to need pliers, and you're going to need wire cutters. I have the pliers. The pliers function the way the hammer does in Evil Nun. So you use that to pull screws out of things. You're going to see me go through. I've actually pulled screws out, or not screws, nails. I'm sorry. You pull nails out of things. You actually see me where I've pulled the nails out of those boards up there. And there's a reason I do that. That's the only way for me to get to the shed. And I try to do that second. If I can find that, or find those pliers, I try to get the nails out and then have that open as a way of escape. So there's two ways actually to escape up here. And you'll see me do it. This window right here, I can get out of this window and jump to the shed, which I'm about to do right now. Jump on over there. And once you get over here, you can look in there. The wire cutters are in here. Sometimes they won't be. There's a secret code you need to get as well. But these wire cutters are going to have to cut, just like in Granny. You're going to have to cut those wires to the security system, and you're going to have to cut another bank of wires to the secondary security system. Also, you have to get a hammer, and you're going to get that hammer to knock down the camera. And you'll see the camera. I think I do it later on, but there's also obviously shotgun shells in there, and just a lot of stuff. You actually get a decent amount of ammo and stuff. Now, I could have shot him right there, but I'm not going to. I'm waiting for the pig, and so I'm going to get in here. And since I haven't broken the camera yet, he'll hear me when I come in here. So like there's a just again, they borrow a lot of stuff from Granny for this game, but you go in here, and Granny obviously was made by a different company, but they do borrow like the security system thing, the camera thing, that comes from Granny. I think they do something like that in Hello Neighbor as well, but I don't have Hello Neighbor, but I hear that they borrowed some things from that as well. So if you like any of those games, you'll probably like this. Now, what I like to do is crawl up here, but I kneel down and I can look around and see what's going on. If you come up here and stand, everybody will see you. And if the pig is out there, he'll see you too, and he'll come at you. So I try to distract him. I throw things, have him go in that direction, and I go in a different direction, stuff like that. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. You'll see me do this a lot. I do this a ton to stay away from. I try to stay. Once I get a lot of the necessary stuff, I try to stay outside of the house, unless I'm just kind of running through it, and I'm gonna have to actually get back in there for other things. There's a I don't know if you can see it here, but there's another entrance up there, and I need a secret. Okay, I'm gonna break the break security camera right there, and throw the hammer. Again, that's gonna get him to run in that direction, and I'm also going to. There's a secret way into his house. I'm going to go and do that. Hopefully, by the time I do that, well, I've already pre-recorded this, so I know by the time I do this, I'm going to grab this, and he's going to be gone. The reason I do it this way is so that the more I'm out of his sight, the more I can get done, and get done easily. Once you learn his patterns, or just like with any of these video games, once you learn the patterns of the character, you can do whatever you need to do to get them to do the thing that they to do the thing that they normally do and be out of their way. That's the important part is not being in their way. So this is what I'm looking for. This is a wooden heart. This actually goes into the secret exit or the secret passage into his house. So I'm gonna and that's right in here. So that door is closed. So that means he came in and he went out. I try to close these doors. Typically, close the door, and when he comes in, he'll open them. Sometimes when he goes out, he'll close them. So since I know that door was open, if I believe that door was open, if I remember correctly, and so he came in and now he went out. Now, what you also notice is I grabbed that hammer and I threw it. I want to bring him here because I'm moving into the house now, and you'll see that piece of wood I have there. That has a key in it, so I have to go and crack that open, and he's going to be coming back. You see, he's coming back because he heard the noise. So once you draw him out, you only have a little bit of time before he gets back because he's already on the way back when you by the time you get here. Also, sometimes with me, I'll get turned around because, as you can see, I'm doing this very fast. When I first started playing this, there's no way in hell I would have moved this quickly through the game because, quite frankly, I'm like, I don't know the layout of the game, and everywhere I go, he seemed to pop up, and once I found that he was kind of moving slowly and that I could do certain things, like a lot of games, if you run by the person, they'll just grab you and hit you. But in this game, in Evil Nun as well, you can kind of run by them as long as you're a decent part away. You can run around tables and things. You'll see him chase me around things, and I'll just get away that way. See stuff like that. He'll go. I'm trolling a video game character. So he's walking into the house, and I'm going this way. So get these off. And this is another thing I do. Once I have a tool and I use it the first time, I throw it next to the location I'm going to use it again. And after I use it, I throw it on a bale of hay so it doesn't make noise. All right, they have beds and hay and stuff like that. Throw it somewhere where it won't make noise. So now I'm going to cut this. Boom. Get that right there. Same thing. Throw it. No noise. So he's not going to come over here unless I make a sound. So I'm going to try to stop. I'm going to try to not make any sounds. And you get these darts just like Granny. And this is actually kind of important because if you run into him, you just want to kind of run around him. Again, I'm going to try to lure him out so I can get into the seat, throw that, grab it, and then get back into the house because he's going to come through here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm not going to use this dart on him. Now, there's a blowtorch that's in the basement, and if you want to do this where you call the cops and you get the cinematic ending and all that good stuff, you're going to need this dart gun. So close that door. Just like I said, close these doors. And down here in the basement, hit it. The mistake I would normally make is once I got that blowtorch, I would just throw the dart gun down and run. No, we're not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the dart gun. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to go all the way back over there and take it back. And the reason I'm going to do that is, okay, there's a mechanic in this game that's it's the weirdest thing. So when you call the police will come and it's just one cop. It's like one, back alley cop who just comes in by himself with a billy club. Okay, he doesn't have a gun, anything like that. Just got a billy club. And so you literally have to knock Mr. Meat out and then the cop will arrest him. But if you don't do that, Mr. Meat will actually hit the cop and knock him out, and it's the whole thing. You have to call the cops again. There was one point in time where the game was kind of glitching, and I kept having to call the cops. It was like 4 cops laying in the door. I had to keep calling them until I kind of unglitched the game. But this is the blowtorch. I'm going to go down here, and there's a thermometer on the wall here. You put it there. And what that does is if it gets too hot, it opens the door. So, but you have a few seconds before the alarm sounds. So you hurry up, get out. I'm going to toss this. This time, I think, and I try to do this little thing with the truck because you can kind of see under the truck. And when he comes in, he tends to go directly into the room as long as you're not standing out there. So there he goes. He's going in, and you can run back. Okay, so now there's 3 things you need from this point. You're going to need a secret key. You're going to need to call the cops, and you're going to need to take some photos. And all that's going to work together, and you'll see how. I'm going to jump back in the house. Notice I didn't go back all the way around there. I'm going through here. I've already got this open, and I can just get in here. He's going to be walking all the way back to that, to where his laboratory is. So again, close these doors. All these doors closed. And I'm going to run upstairs and hurry up and call the cops. I think he's coming, actually. So run in here and find the secret key first. Oh, I need that code, too. I don't... Okay, here's the thing. If you're doing this and you're calling the police and you're going to do the whole thing, you really don't need that red key. That red key is, if you're not going to call the cops, you're just going to go in there and, get her, and then you take her out. Once you get the red key and you get her out of there, you've pretty much won the game. Another thing you can do is you can call the police and then just free her, and you don't have to go through all the other stuff. But the other stuff is fun. It's a little bit more challenge to it when you go through the other stuff. But he's after me now, so I want to grab this, just like that. Load up, and we're gonna pop a cap right here. Wait for it. Open it up. Bam! All right, now this is going to give me time to run through and grab what I need. So we're going to load up again, and that is going to be, again, just for him. So throw that there because I'm going to need it. And I also have I believe I have another dart over there too. But run in here, get the secret key. I think it's back in his back here in the room with all the. I got to call the cops. Got to call the cops in here anyway. But the secret key is usually in that big drawer, or it's in that room back there, or it's in one of those 3 drawers. But it's always up here somewhere. So way back here, it's over in there. So grab it. Okay, now. We're going to get up on the roof, okay? Get on here, and we're just going to go around into this room. This is a secret room, and you can mess around up here. He doesn't come up here. I don't even see like a door to this room, but this is what you need. This is his camera. You're going to need this to grab some pictures to show the cops the evidence, okay? Once you show the cop the evidence, he'll come and investigate. So we're going to do this, get back in here. I don't think Mr. Meat is, no, we took Mr. Meat out for a minute. So he's back there. You can, then he's out longer than most of these, in these games, when you put somebody out, they're usually out for like 30 to 60 seconds. He's out for 120, like 120 seconds. So I have the photos. The cop should be pulling up right about now, so he should be there when I'm coming up these stairs. And if you're actually out there and you call them the first time, you might get to see the car pull up and everything. A lot of times they don't do that if you had to call multiple times. But he should be out there by now. Let's take a look. And no, he's not. Oh, hey guys, I made a mistake. I haven't called the cops yet. I just went in there for the secret key, but I didn't call the cops yet. So I have to run back in here and call the cops. I'm going to keep a lookout for him, and I'm going to call the cops. I have 2 ways to get out now. So if I see him, I can fall through the floor, or I can fall through the floor right there, or I can, of course, run to this room here. So we're going to drop, all right, and then we're going to get out. Now, I'm just going to hang around here a little bit, because they usually come pretty quickly when you call the first time. So I'm just going to stay in this area unless Mr. Meat comes out. But otherwise, yep, there he is. So run up to him, give him these photos. Okay, grab the shotgun. All right, now walk with the cop. Do not let him be alone. If you let him be alone, Mr. Meat will get him and possibly get you too. So you want to make sure to stay with this cop. And if you see Mr. Meat, just pow, just pop him. And you can hit him with the shotgun. You can get him with the dart, whatever. But either way, just don't hesitate. Just pow. And you'll actually see that advice come into play here, because you'll see it because it's about to happen now. So once the cop comes down here, he'll investigate, and so he's going to come back up. But try to keep him behind you, because he will move out in front of you, and you don't want him to do that. And you'll see why in a second. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw Mr. Meat out, since the police are there, and I'm ready to take him down myself. So let's go ahead and draw him out. He's over in the house. I see him right there, so we're going to get him. He sees me. He's coming. Now, watch the cop. See, he comes in front of you. Bang. Just, yeah. And this is the cinematic ending, guys. And this is Mr. Meat. And this is all the evidence. See everything there. And they are now going to take him to jail. And you have saved the girl. You've saved Amelia. I'm assuming you're going to get that reward. And there you go. You have arrested Mr. Meat. So this was a pretty fun game. I actually played this a few minutes every day. And at some point I'm going to play the other version where you have to, get the experiment. There's one where you have to rescue a girl that's he experimented on, I think. So I'm going to try to see what that's about. But real quick before I go, I want to say thank you for your continued support, guys. We're almost up to 10,000 subs, so we're almost there. And we've had a lot of new subscribers recently. People checking out the Mandela Effect videos, so that's really cool. And I just want to say again, thank you guys for your support. You take it easy. Nathan Brendan Masters. Hasta.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind.